We were in the funeral procession. I couldn't stop myself. I ran after the men who were carrying him so I could say goodbye. I called out to him, "May Allah rest his soul." Our entire life will change now because the most important person in our home is no longer here. He is gone.
Mazen Naim is a communications officer at the charity Save the Children, and he joins us live now from Gaza. Thank you so much for joining us on TRT World. As we know, dozens of children have been killed by Israeli attacks in Gaza. Tell us more about the toll that this latest conflict has had on children and families there.
It's fair to say this has been a very tough experience for everyone in Gaza, the 2 million people in the Gaza Strip. What we know so far is about 120 people were killed in Gaza, including about 30 children and 15 women, and the numbers are rising. Unfortunately, this is one of the cycles of violence that keep happening in Palestine with Gaza, with airstrikes and bombardments in the cities and villages in the Gaza Strip, with targeting of various areas in the Gaza Strip. Children are always trapped, and they have it the worst way in conflicts like this. They are among the killed and among the injured, and all children in Gaza would be traumatized with the tough experience they're going through, the fear and anxiety and sleeplessness and having nightmares from the loud noises and the explosions and the experiences they see and feel and they go through. It's a tough experience for all of them, and which will continue to affect them for years to come.
And we know resources in Gaza were already strained under years of blockade and, of course, the ongoing pandemic. These latest attacks must be making the situation worse. What supplies are needed right now?
Absolutely. Well, the Gaza Strip has been under 14 years of blockade, and the health system in Gaza has been bombarded with compounding crises due to the blockade, long years of the blockade, the COVID-19 crisis the health system has been dealing with, and now with the injuries and the casualties coming on top of all of that. And the health system has to cope. There is shortage in, according to the Ministry of Health, there is shortage in hospital beds, in intensive care units, in drugs, which are like 40% of the drugstore is on zero stock. And 31% of the consumables are at zero stock as well, the medical consumables. So there is shortage in various medical supplies that need to be entering Gaza as soon as possible. And this also goes along the impact of the electricity crisis on every aspect of Gaza, including the pumping of water into houses, which are affecting people's access to domestic water, let alone the compounding of the water crisis overall in Gaza, with 96% of the water in Gaza is undrinkable, and the people depend on trucked water being trucked into their houses. Delivered this way. With these circumstances, people are not able to move around, are not able to access water, they're not able to find the supplies they need. And that is why Save the Children has been calling for an immediate halt to the escalation in Gaza on both sides, particularly the airstrikes on civilian populations and bombardments of civilian structures, because we are seeing the rise in the number of casualties. Schools were destroyed. We know, according to the United Nations, that 24 schools have been damaged already, and some of them were severely damaged. Some health centers are also damaged. So we are calling on all parties to end this, particularly attacks on civilian structures, and also for the saving of lives, for saving lives of children. When we first issued a statement on Tuesday, 9 children in Gaza were killed by then. Now we're talking now on Friday, and the total is more than 30 children. And if this continues, more children will be killed and more people will suffer. So that's why our call for an immediate stop of the airstrikes and all hostilities still stands.
Okay, Mazen Naim from Save the Children. We'll have to leave it there, but thank you again for joining us on the program.